what the fuck are you talking? Men riding a horse?
Okay.
What is wrong with that?
Okay, we'll get into that.
What? Oh, he's capable. He can wrangle a steer? Yes, no, that's not an ick. BMT. BMT. What is wrong with you? You're fucking hopeless.
Oh my
and you're
God.
not going to get anywhere. And
Okay.
you're going to get what you deserve in life. A guy who can't ride a fucking horse.
You almost killed your therapist?
I fucking killed it in therapy today.
What the fuck? What's this?
I got a new bit. He died at my new bit. I'm not going to do the new bit, but he did laugh at it. I had him going with it. And then, so I've been doing this podcast, which is like comedic, but there's like some intelligent like conversation, I think, to a degree that occurs.
Yes.
And I've never put myself out there publicly in a serious context very many times, and then an odd post. And then I had my motivational like fucking Instagram posts the other day. A lot of people responded positively.
Right.
So I've been like, okay, I've always kind of like presented as a comedian guy, but I've always hesitated to present as this serious guy. And I'm explaining this to my therapist and why that is.
Okay.
And because a lot of people will conflate serious things like, you know, oh, what do you think, you're Tony Robbins or something like that? Or what do you think, you're like a motivational speaker guy now?
That's the low-hanging fruit to go to with you. Yeah.
And so
I've said that to you.
Yeah, and I've had lots of people. Well, I mean, you get that feeling whenever you try to put yourself out there in a certain way. A lot of people will do that. What are you going to do? Be a guitar guy now? Like, you think you're a musician? People, for some reason, shitty people, like, they'll fucking try to bring you down. Sometimes people will be busting your balls. Sometimes people are truly trying to hurt you from that.
Yeah.
And I was talking about how I sometimes, when I'm writing, because I write, not comedy, just sometimes I'll write in a philosophical context.
Yes.
Where if you read like Seneca or Marcus Aurelius or whatever, it might be there's like a fucking cadence, a tone, a certain use of words in like for that is the way that one must look upon themselves to see whatever. Like there's that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's often pretentious and contrived and I, anyways, in the conversation with the fucking therapist, I said, you know, I'm trying to explain this concept quite like I am right now. And I go, okay, let me see how to put this. You know how like poetry's gay, and he was in the middle of taking a drink. And he fucking like he said I almost just choked on this. He almost did a spit take at poetry is gay, which is a great thing to make us like a therapist, like a psychologist. Like this guy went to school for fucking 12 years.
Yeah, it's supposed to be serious.
It's supposed to be serious. He's definitely not supposed to laugh at gay jokes. And I almost killed my therapist with a gay joke. So I feel I'm on top of the world right now. I killed it in therapy. Had a good set last night at Beerly's.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about all this. I don't know if any of this is usable, but I just want to tell you.
This is preamble, chit chat. Scott almost killed his therapist.
He's
on a comedic momentum.
I almost killed my therapist with a gay joke. How are you, Sarah?
He loves talking about the word gay.
I love it. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing back gay jokes. Strong. They're funny. They're my favorite thing.
I would actually like to address our last episode and the feedback we got about it because it was very interesting.
Ghosting.
Oh, sorry. The one before that.
Body positivity.
Ghosting went up today. But body positivity, yeah. That one was stressful for me to release. But we got like really good feedback on it.
Great feedback. A lot of people were like, I didn't think you guys said anything wrong. Everything was pretty rational. And I was like, but there's some people that would think
and
this is horrible.
Some people did. And I also heard those people too. But I heard more positive than good, which I think is a good sign.
And that's what Mr. Rogers said. His mom told him when he was a kid and saw the car crash. And he was like looking at this horrible car crash. And then his mother said, just look for the people who are helping.
Ugh.
I know. But she's right. It's like, look towards the positive things. I know. Fuck you, Mr. Rogers, or whatever. But
I'm on that train now too. I'm on the train of I want to be a better person. Like that's where I'm at currently in my depression.
What we figured out over these last 5
wanting
podcasts.
to be like wanting to do more for other people.
You
like,
want to be a better person. You just don't want to do anything to get there.
I mean, I support our firefighters.
Our firefighters? Who's out there like, fuck, defund the fire department? Is that a...
Did you see whose joke is it? It was fucking Jordan Foy. Oh no. I forget whose joke it is, but talking about how you can't fight a fire wrong. Like you'll never mess up because like racism can't occur with fires because all fires are bad.
Yeah.
There's a great joke about it. It's fucking so good.
We're just stomping on his premise, but it's great.
It's fantastic.
So you support firefighters. So you are trying to really pick yourself up you're trying to be a better person by supporting firefighters. Well, that's one step.
I would like to do.
You got a pedometer on of minor accomplishments that make you a better person.
I would like to volunteer at Hospice Halifax and talk to people who are about to die.
Yeah, but I feel like you want to do it for different reasons. I feel like you just want to be more comfortable.
Well, every selfless act is rooted in being selfish in a weird way. Because a lot of times people are doing good things to make themselves feel better about themselves.
Yeah, that's I mean, there is a weird thing there that you could be helping others to feel good about yourself, but you're still helping others. So is it that bad? I mean,
it's not. Listen, do it.
If you're doing it for clout, yeah, bad. Like the guys that go out and there's people on fucking TikTok giving homeless people sweaters and they're filming themselves do it. It's you're giving out sweaters, but you're really feeling good. Like you're just like, and everybody look at me. Look at what I've done.
You're filming it. And it's, those TikToks bug the shit out of me. The other TikToks that bug me a lot, and I'd love to do a sketch parody of it sometime, are those people who like drive around and just yell compliments at people. Like,
shut up.
Yes, Queen, you look so great, to like strangers on the street.
We cast them out. It's like, okay.
And I'd love to just like, I don't know, parody that in some way.
Well, it's
yell insults at people.
It's a nice thing to do if you're doing it to be nice. It's immediately not that nice the minute you go, we should be filming ourselves being nice to people. We could get so many views. It's all right, well, now you're just a cunt, right? And you're just a bit of a douche.
A real see you next Tuesday.
I'll see you next Tuesday, sweetheart.
That's it. Welcome back to the podcast, though, everybody.
Welcome back. What's the what do we got? What do we got here today?
Let's get into the topic. All right.
Our topic is
getting the ick.
The ick. Now, Sarah, I am old. I have many grays. I'm not super tuned.
You didn't know what the ick was.
I'm not hip to the jive, as the kids say. What the fuck is ick? Yeah. I know ick from "Don't You Stick It in Your Mouth." That's from that's kind of inside baseball for Canada.
Don't you stick it in your mouth?
The educational video with puppets that was a banger.
It was a banger.
That's what the only ick. Get real ick means sick, but you're saying ick has a definition. We have it here.
It does.
Would you like to read it because you were more informed?
The ick. So we have 2 definitions here. I have one that was just like the first one that came up on Google, which is an ick is a point at which you're...
according to The Guardian.
According to The Guardian. An ick is a point at which your initial attraction to a person flips into a feeling of disgust.
Okay.
The causes are many and various, but once someone gives you the ick, all desire is killed.
All desire is killed. So it's an ick is
turns you right off from someone.
Done. You're done at an ick.
You'll no longer see someone in the same light anymore.
And so this is essentially, well, we should do the Urban Dictionary as well?
Yeah, Urban Dictionary said you could be on the, what is that word?
It says chirps. I think it's supposed to be.
Precipice?
Which is precipice.
Precipice? I don't know what that means. You could be on the
You are on the brink. Or you are on the chirps. Chirps. I think that means you're fucking... That's another fucking stupid young person thing where they're like shortening a fucking word or something. I don't know. It's like calling something cap because it's a lie. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't understand cap for a long time. It was going around TikTok. I had no idea what it meant. Like, I didn't know if it was good or bad or true or not true. I didn't know like what was cap and what wasn't. Anyway.
So we'll assume that chirps is like cap, but for dating. You could be on the chirps that we're young now.
On the up and up.
You're getting there.
With a guy or girl, everything seems to be going fine. You think you like them, but then you suddenly catch the ick. From then on, you can't look at the person the same way. You just progressively get more and more turned off by them, weirdly, and maybe for no reason in particular, grossed out by them. So like...
You'll cringe.
Yeah, at the thought of you and them together, nothing will be the same. You won't be able to do it any longer, and eventually you have to cut it off.
So I'm going to say that the ick is a predominantly female affair.
I think females have more icks about men than men have about women. They're more, from what I've learned, they're more specific.
So are you saying that men are
have
more
icks?
tolerant than women?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Because you're simple people.
Where's our fucking
We're a lot smarter,
bell?
more complex.
We got to get a bell. We got to bring the bell back. Every time I get fucking Sarah to defend or
but here's the
give
thing.
men a point, ding that bell. We're going to have it ringing by fucking season 3.
We need to also clarify, because I've done a lot of talking with my followers today about X, and I've gotten a lot of feedback about this, and a lot of the things that people were telling me weren't really X. So producer Wendy and I were talking before this about the difference between an ick and, say, a deal breaker.
Okay.
Or a red flag.
Do you got that written down? Can you write that down?
It's up in my head.
It's in your head?
It's in my head.
An ick, a deal breaker, or a red flag?
So a deal
ick,
breaker.
Red flag, an ick sounds like a deal breaker here.
I feel like deal breakers are a little more serious. They're a little more like, you know, a common one I got was they're rude to wait staff. Yeah. Well, that's, like, no shit. Like, that's kind of a deal breaker.
If that's an ick, if that's a red flag, if the fucking being
it shouldn't
rude,
be a red flag.
No. If it is only a red flag and not a deal breaker, you are desperate beyond words, because why would you want, or you're a fucking piece of shit. Why would you want to be with somebody who's just cunty to someone who's just trying to do their job?
Oh, absolutely.
Who made a mistake.
It is a fully fair and valid thing to not like.
We're late.
But in my mind, it is not an ick.
Yeah,
that's a deal breaker. Things like, the person doesn't have friends outside of the relationship, deal breaker. Maybe not so much an ick. I don't know.
Deal breaker? I would say that's a red flag. But
could be a red flag. So the definition of a red flag to me is like just something that you make note of that could lead to something not great, but you're not quite there yet. So you just call it a red flag because you're like, well, kind of a red flag, but I'm gonna stay the course and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because most times if it's a red flag, you ignore it.
Well,
if you're calling it a red flag, most times you're ignoring the behavior. Otherwise, it would be a deal breaker.
I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of deal breakers that people will put as red flags. And there's a lot of red flags that should be yellow flags. But I don't like all this fucking...
Well, a common thing around TikTok now is green flags and beige flags. So, like, make things more positive.
I don't want to know.
You know, like a man, like Scott McLean goes to therapy. That is a green flag in a man.
Is it?
A man in therapy.
Is that a green flag or is that a red flag?
No, that's no. Women want an emotionally intelligent, like a guy who's like tapped into his shit.
What if it's court mandated? What if I've been going for years and I haven't done anything? What if it's not setting in? What if I'm like Tony Soprano and I'm a sociopath?
It's the step counting of self-help.
What if I'm Tony Soprano and I'm a sociopath who's justifying my bad behavior through therapy, which is a thing that apparently, I don't know, it was research that was done in.
But that's what I mean when I say it's a green flag. You're not totally judging it, but like on initial impression,
I'd say it's
a good
green
thing.
flag. I'd say it's better for people. I think everybody should be going to therapy. And if you're someone who thinks that you shouldn't be going to therapy, you're probably either like really fucking dumb and naive.
Yeah.
Like just like the nth degree.
Yeah.
Or you definitely should be going. Because like I don't need therapy. It's like I'm pushing a lot of shit down.
Yeah, I don't know who says that these days. Everyone.
And I want to backtrack.
Everyone needs it.
Therapy's not the step counting of mental health. That's the fucking marathon.
I'm saying if they do it if they're only showing up and not doing the work.
I still think it's the hardest part about therapy is getting there and going there again. That's why the therapist has to, like, there's that episode of Curb where the therapist looks at his watch and he's every time towards the end of the hour. It's because you got to book that next appointment before they leave, or the likelihood is so much lower.
You should pre-book, or you should book. Yeah, you should book on the way out, like a hair appointment.
Yeah, but sometimes if your fucking schedule's fucked and you can't,
right?
Like I did that around Christmas.
It falls off the wagon.
I didn't see him for 4 or 5 months because I was doing pretty good, but I was like, I do got to get back. I could have been going back the week after Christmas or whatever, and it would have been beneficial. But
right.
It's you got to do that. It's hard to book therapy, I guess is what I'm saying. That's the hardest part.
It's hard to book therapy. But I guess what I'm saying is I think it's just similar to ghosting in that there's different definitions of the word ick.
Yeah.
But that said, by and large, throwback, callback. Like women have way more icks than men, for sure. There's way more specific things about men
because women
that all of a sudden turn us off, and maybe that's like a biological thing or something.
It's partly biological. It's partly because you're neurotic. It's partly because you've been told you don't have to deal with adversity in any way because you deserve the best and never compromise. And it's a whole societal issue where it's crippling women.
Well, getting the ick, being someone who has a lot of icks means that you're probably not giving a lot of people a chance.
Exactly. It means you're overthinking it, and we're with the fucking expert of overthinking on this podcast. So I feel like you have a shit ton of icks.
So should I start with my specific icks that I have, or should we start with the icks that we got from our followers and listeners?
We'll do the followers and listeners first, because I mean yours are going to go deep into you, but just to kind of set up,
save that till the end.
Yeah, like yours is going to be a lot. The structure just of this podcast is not icks in general. We're going to go through a list of icks that we got submitted, that we found online, that our respective friends, partners, or whatever have given us, and then we'll cap it off with the fucking grand finale, Sarah's icks, which I know of some that are just like, what is wrong with you?
So, I also want to read a DM from a fellow comedian, Dan Henriken, who said it quite perfectly. But I'll save that till the end.
Cliffhanger. We get cliffhanger the Sarah, because that really is the buildup. It's why you're going to want to listen to the end of this. I don't know any of these right now. I know they're going to be fucking insane. Because you're insane. You're fucking batshit crazy. I love you to death. You're fucking completely insane. And I think it's great. But it's my favorite thing.
Of everything.
Somehow, I don't know how.
If we agreed more, if you liked me more, this wouldn't be as fun.
Don't get weird. If we agreed more, if I had more sympathy for you.
If I didn't have this personality that some find so fucking annoying, I would be boring.
You would be.
I'm anything but boring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you want to know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
I keep things interesting, bitch.
That's what we should do, though. We should set up a Patreon for you to get therapy, not to make money, just to put you into therapy. We'll talk about that.
We could also do some bonus episodes that are like a little more like controversial,
where we film your therapy sessions secretly.
I mean, just subscribe to the Intoxicated Podcast.
Yeah, I guess that'll do it too. Nah, I want deeper. I want deeper.
Deeper than Intoxicated? That shit got.
Yeah.
I posted a bonus episode on Intoxicated,
but you don't need. You would need your fucking therapist to like you.
So I have a list of icks that I talked with my office colleagues about. And then let's start with Instagram. Why don't we?
Okay, I was going to
start with Instagram. Actually, because I don't want to do some of these.
You fired.
Because I
take away our studio time if one of these is from a
Yeah, I don't
coworker.
want to get too deep. Like, we can't spend too much time on
You
each
don't have
one
to say who it was.
because there's too many.
You got a lot.
There's too many icks. And some of these, again, a lot of these are repetitive, so we can just quickly go over them. I want to shout out my friend Andrea, who submitted a bunch.
Well, let's not
icks.
fucking make anybody uncomfortable. We don't have to shout.
No,
people out.
she's loud and proud about her ex.
All right.
Men wearing flip flops.
Men wearing flip flops.
Put your toes away.
At the beach.
I mean, I think I'm gonna go ahead and assume she means not just at the beach, like outside in daily life, like
Okay,
because I can understand the beach.
If you're wearing jeans,
yeah,
or if you're wearing jeans outside in public and you've got flip flops on, yeah, I can. I mean,
Also
I
just-
don't know. I'd be fucking cutting it off.
on that same train, like, you know, socks with sandals, kind of a similar thing. I'm not a huge fan.
It shows confidence. Socks and sandals shows that you are grounded and you don't care. But if you put flip flops on while you're wearing jeans because you got to go take something out to the compost or the trash, fine. If it's utility, but if you like are going out,
Yes,
and you've got flip flops on. Now, if you got shorts on,
yeah,
even if you have fucking clam diggers, what do you call them these days? Capris? What do you?
clam diggers, capris, biker shorts,
No,
capris?
like the long sleeve ones that were from like the 2000s.
bell bottoms.
No, 2000s. The ones that came down like the
capris.
cargo shorts that went to the mid chin.
Capris.
Those are
Yeah,
capris?
that's what he means.
Yeah, capris.
Love me. I used to
But
love
capris should be an ick on a man.
Yeah.
You should be icked out on a man.
Yeah, that's not
Capris
the
with
best.
sandals somehow more acceptable than jeans, but
Interesting.
you'd get icked by the capris, not the sandals in that situation. And every other one, yeah, I'm okay with that. Just not at the beach, and not if the shorts are in the knee vicinity.
Someone said overstaying in the morning, like after sleeping together. That is kind of icky. Like someone who can't take the hint to leave
Yeah.
when you're like, we just had sex and I want you to go the fuck home. Number one, like, I'm not a huge fan of sleepovers in general, so they should be leaving the night of, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's situational. Depends on how much you like the person. Depends on, I mean, yeah, you should have some social awareness that you're not overstaying your welcome, which is something I've struggled with in the past as far as overstaying my welcome, right? I don't know when to shut the fuck up, stuff like that. But I don't know if I've ever reached an ick level of social unawareness. Actually, I have.
With
With a girl on a date.
what did you do?
I just made a joke that she didn't take as a joke. She did some kind of like charity work,
Okay.
and then I was like,
Oh, for fuck's
I started busting her balls about it.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
actually saying that she was just doing it for the tax breaks, but I was saying something so obnoxious that I thought, and I was laughing while I said it, that I figured she got the joke, and she didn't get the joke, and then I found out, like, I don't know. Couple months later, I reached out. I was like, "What happened?" And she's like, "You said something, and it hurt me." And I was like, "Oh, I was like, that's very funny because I was joking." So there's one bad sense of humor. I got icked out for a good joke, but it didn't align with her fucking.
And that's a big deal because to have a guy stop wanting to fuck someone, you know.
Well, I didn't want to stop. I wasn't on a date with a dude. She wanted to stop. She icked me.
Oh, right. But you were icked out by her lack of sense of humor. I'm
just confused because I thought I was killing it. I had her laughing about my wicked joke about her doing it for a tax break. Seemed fine. No call back.
Strange.
So that's an ick, though. That is an ick we can check off for a woman is a bad, incompatible sense of humor.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if that's specific enough, like sandals.
I love the just psychotically specific
All right,
ones.
let's go psychotically specific. What else?
So there were long fingernails on a guy.
Only if it's his pinky. Like then it's not an ick. Then she's attracted.
Coke nail.
It's coke nail.
Oh, thank you, Wendy.
You fucking innocent doe. a coke nail is a big fucking red flag. It's like it's gonna attract you because you're like, he's got money, but it's his nail. Use a fucking spoon.
Yeah, making baby sounds when they eat, which I've
What
I've
the fuck are you talking about?
That's what someone.
What do you mean baby sounds?
I have no idea. I have a similar ick, but I'll get to that later
Hold
about
on.
baby sounds.
Baby sounds.
Maybe it's like
Wendy, can you weigh in? Do you know what this person's talking about?
baby sounds. So, well, on the subject of food, though, I really don't know. I don't know what I'll have to clarify.
No, that listener just got icked out by me for being with whoever that was on that date. That someone was making. I didn't even. You're eating and you go, yeah, ick.
We have a couple more chewing ones. So we have coughing in the middle of chewing, and when they chew with their mouth open, and when they talk with food in their mouth.
Chewing with your mouth open, for sure. I can see you getting icked out of that. Talking with your mouth full, as long as you're doing the fucking hand. Tucking it into your
like
cheeks
this?
and doing the hand. Doing the,
okay.
I mean, yeah. As long as you're talking like you're a Secret Service agent, covering your mouth so they can't read your lips, and you're being discreet. Like, I mean, if you got something to say and we're eating fucking fries, well, I just got to wait till I'm done swallowing and fucking fuck up the pace of the conversation. I'll cover my mouth. No, not an ick. Grow up.
Okay. So that
what is our fuck you to the people that put an ick and it's a non-ick? Like, get better.
I don't know. Just you lose.
Overthinking it.
Overthinking it. Too picky.
Be more tolerant.
Be more tolerant.
BMT.
Listen, especially women. There's not a lot of guys out there.
So we had coughing
in the middle of chewing.
What? Like, okay,
Sometimes you
first
can't
of all,
help it.
that just happened.
And yeah, I was gonna say sometimes you can't help that. Sometimes you're choking.
Yeah.
So,
I do know what they're talking about though. Because I've seen, there's a different type of cough. There's a cough where it's like you just started to, I've done this, I did this at fucking the spa, at the Nordic spa where you're supposed to be quiet.
What is this?
And I got, I don't know, a piece of smoked salmon or like crostini caught in my throat. And I just, and you're supposed, it's like, I'm just surrounded by 20-something women and middle-aged women. They're all just there enjoying the fucking heat pools and the saunas.
Sunset?
No, it was Ocean Stone down by Peggy's Cove.
Oh, okay.
And I just could not stop coughing because it went down the wrong tube.
Oh my God.
So that cough is fine. But if you're someone that's like eating a chicken wing and like it's a loose cough, it's like you're like, like, yeah, I get it. Like
I mean, I just don't like the sound of chewing in general.
Involuntary BMT, loose cough while chewing, ick.
Okay, so you're on board with that, but not the talking with the mouth open.
No,
or mouth full.
If it's falling out of your mouth and it's obnoxious talking, I can see where that would be. But if you're doing the mouth cover,
I am guilty of talking with my mouth full.
I think most people are, and I think if you're
not on a date, because dinner dates terrify me.
Because those don't happen. I'm so mean. I love you. Continue with the icks so you don't start crying.
Over bragging. I love this one
for sure. That's an ick.
Because it's from our pal, Brian Otter, who shot our photos for our cover art and everything.
Shout out to Meat Globe. Didn't take your shots.
He said someone who had a happy, well-rounded upbringing.
I
love you, Otter.
I mean, I don't call it an ick, and I know he's being half facetious there, but I do understand what he's saying. It's like, it is...
Bad childhoods make you build character.
Yeah. And like, look, a good upbringing turns you create a great person. Mm-hmm. So I can't say it's an ick, but I can understand where it could lead to some inability to relate in certain ways.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, well, maybe you make a joke.
Yeah,
about
a darker joke.
How this chick only does her charity work because she wants to get a tax break, and then she like takes it all seriously because she was raised not to speak like that.
Right.
So that's a BMT, but it's an ick for me Whew, we're rhyming now. We're getting into a flow.
And another comedian wrote in an ick, Claire Belford, shout out. She said an ick of hers is his nose whistled a bit when he breathed.
Constantly? Was it constant? I mean, look, you should see, like, there's a video of me taking a video of my son's first time driving his bike, and it's just me in the background, like heavily breathing like Tony Soprano. And I don't know how bad it is on this podcast. I haven't spoken and I've lost some weight, but back then, if I took a video of anything, there was no whistling, but the heavy breathing, the whistling, if it was constant, fucking ick. Go get a septoplasty and
what
get your
is
shit
that?
together.
Is that like a nose procedure?
It's a nose. I had one. It's I don't know if that's what causes your nose to whistle, but deviated septum. I imagine that would make your nose whistle.
Okay.
I just want to sound smart. Say septoplasty. A lot of syllables there.
I'm gonna go over to Facebook now though, because I did put a status up and I got a lot of comments. I'm going to find the ones that I think are the most ick worthy, because a lot of these are if they chew food loudly, that's one that we keep getting.
Wait,
the chewing thing.
We missed his license plate said easy mode. EZ mode.
I didn't get that one. I mean, I get it. It's douchey, but I've never seen that. Is that a common thing that happens?
Well, a vanity plate, is that what they're called? Yeah, I can see that. But like, there's good vanity plates, but it's got to be so fucking good to be a vanity plate. It can't be. That's supreme douchiness, easy mode. So
right,
that'd be funny if they were a listener.
Okay.
They just heard us trashing their shitty license plate, or a friend of theirs. If you're a friend of the guy with the easy mode license plate, show him this, you douche.
You douche. This was a very good ick, I thought. So someone wrote that she refused to date a guy in high school because his t-shirts were too short. He was pretty tall and his shirts always skimmed the waistband of his jeans. I couldn't get past it.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, I get it. I don't want to defend the guy because maybe he can't afford big and tall. But yeah, man, have some. I think that goes back to the self-awareness. Like, and I am a shitty dresser. Like, I'm not a good dresser. Only
You're not that bad.
No,
You're
I'm
not
good
that
now.
bad.
I'm only good now through experience of having women tell me what to wear. I figured it out. And looking at Chris Halef.
Don't give him that.
No, Chris knows how to
He's
dress.
going to clip that and jerk off to it
Well,
later.
no, look, I can't go as far as Chris does because he's younger maybe, and he's got the curly hair. So he's a little more like cute than I am. If I do what Chris Halef does.
I wouldn't call, I don't know if like, I don't, no offense, Chris. I don't know if I would use the word cute to describe Chris.
It doesn't make sense, but less douchey than I look. I think I come off real douchey.
You both could hang out probably in the same like arena of douche.
Yeah.
But maybe you look slightly more douchey.
If there was a
but
douche
he also
scale,
looks
he'd be on
douchey.
the lower end. He'd be on the douche scale, but he'd be on the lower end, and I'd be at the high end of the douche scale, just based on
you're at
looks.
the same douche high school.
Yeah. If I
just
wear
you're more popular.
all the clothes that Chris Halef wears, then I'm too douchey looking.
Oh yeah, you in a jean
But if
jacket.
I wear that scoop, actually, I tried on Mitch's jean jacket the other day that he got from
Did you
France
like
or
it?
wherever. No, I fucking killed it. He was like, "Oh shit!"
You would look in a leather jacket.
I do. I kill a leather
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah.
But it's hard. It's a delicate balance. So
Okay, this is another good ick.
hold on, ick on short, like
the
shitty
t-shirts.
short t-shirts. Yeah, you can't be lifting your arms and then have a crop top. You've got to figure it out.
That's exactly it.
You got to figure it out.
So I love this one too, which is when his feet don't touch the ground and he swings his legs in the air.
I take a personal attack.
You have short legs.
I got short legs. Legs. If I'm standing next to a chick who's 5'2", her waist will come up to where my waist is.
Would you swing the legs though? Don't swing the legs.
It depends if they have the little fucking bar that you can rest your feet on or not.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not swinging them like a child.
Yeah, I think some people do.
There might be a bit of a sway. I'm gonna actually
because you can't really help it, right?
You'd have to put me in the stool, but I've definitely swung my feet on a bench where my feet couldn't touch.
Right.
There's been a bench that I've swung on, but I probably did it ironically and not constantly. Again, I'd love to see this in context, but I'm gonna go with ick. I don't think.
Interesting. It's an ick, and it's one that you do.
Of BMT. BMT is be more tolerant.
Be more. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
We just established.
Yeah. No, I know. When you said BMT, I don't know why I was thinking of a BLT. Yeah, I'm very hungry. I got we skipped supper tonight, so I'm
feed her before the podcast.
I have a friend who just wrote just using the word MILF.
Using the word MILF. You gotta be ironic about the use of the word MILF. Like if you use it seriously, yeah, ick the fuck out of here.
Do you? Okay, so
but if I use MILF as a way to talk about my date's mom as a joke, feel like your mom's a MILF.
Jesus Christ!
Like that. Well, that's either gonna get me icked out because the incompatibility of the humor,
or they're gonna get icked out by you.
That's what I'm saying. I will get icked out. Like they will ick me out because but like I made a funny joke by saying that your mom's a MILF.
Yeah.
If you didn't take it as funny and you ick me out, I understand it, but I think there was a miscommunication. I think you should have BMT'd and
be more tolerant.
But yeah, if you're using MILF in a serious context,
yeah.
I feel like every time MILF
Can I
is
ask
used, it's
a
half joking.
question that's a little off topic from X? Is MILF, would you call someone a MILF based on age or just the fact that they're a mom? Because like could say a 25 or 30-year-old mom be a MILF? Or is it just age? Like, do you need to be like, if I'm older, say I'm in my like 50s or 60s, but I don't actually have children, could I still be called a MILF?
I think it comes down to the condition of your skin.
Oh. What?
Okay, close your eyes and just picture. There's a certain level of elasticity that begins to degrade in a woman's skin.
You don't need to tell me.
Regardless, no, you are not there yet. But there is an elasticity issue, which it doesn't matter, kids or no kids. If you've reached that point, you are a MILF.
Looser skin.
A level of droop, a level of whatever. But get into MILF status.
Still hot.
But it's still hot. You're a MILF.
Because you wouldn't call a non-hot older lady a MILF.
No.
They need to have like...
I wouldn't call her at all.
I picture them like big boobs.
I'd ignore her.
I do picture all MILFs having big boobs.
No, because like there's MILFs that may not... A MILF can be a mother. I don't know. A MILF is like a woman who looks stressed out like a mom is. So you don't have to have kids. You just have to be. So you're getting there.
I'm on the fast track to being a MILF.
You'll give it a couple years. You'll get there. But you're not at MILF status yet.
I have like
I don't know if I'm at DILF status yet. I don't think I am, but I do have grace.
DILFs, I feel like that age goes down for women. Like you could definitely be a DILF. In some women's eyes.
Well, if you see me like with my kids, because I'm a big, strong guy.
Yeah, but if someone knows that you're a dad and they're attracted to you, you would be a DILF.
Yeah, but like I would be now, but was I when I was 25?
Well, that's the thing. That's what makes me mad, because I heard someone call like a woman a MILF and she was literally in her 20s and it made me very angry.
But she have kids?
Yeah.
Well, then she was a MILF. Technically. So
it doesn't just have to do with skin then?
No. She was like, I'm saying... If you don't have all the information of what that person is, a MILF can be categorized by elasticity and droop and stress levels.
But if you have the information...
And visible stress. If you have the information, at any age, if you want to fuck them, technically that's a MILF.
Technically it is. That is what it is. Mother, it's just, I guess porn has put it in our minds that they're older women.
And so I would say like, intellect is a green flag, right? And here we just had this intellectual conversation about MILFs. So now we're at the MILF green flag or no, the ick green flag impasse. What am I now? Am I an ick, or did I just milf my way into a green flag?
Jesus Christ.
I used the word. I don't know. I probably got ick.
I think that's enough of the followers. I did take some more notes from people I asked in person. Bad swimwear. So I think specifically this was in regards to men. A bad swim trunk or a Speedo situation, not good.
BMT for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. That can be changed. You can tell someone how to dress. Like Scott just said, women started telling him how to dress better.
Yeah.
That is an easily changeable thing. I don't think that's ick worthy.
I just became, yeah. Well, I mean, I get the Speedo part.
Yeah.
It's a very, you've got to have given up to wear a Speedo. If you're a 35-year-old in a Speedo and you're not in a swimming competition and you're not shaving your body for like aerodynamics or whatever, like, I don't know what this Speedo shit. Like, you should dial it back, put on some fucking shorts like a human being.
Yeah, probably.
But like, even a guy who could pull off a Speedo can't pull off a Speedo. No one can pull off a Speedo naturally at the beach.
I know someone who could.
That would sit down beside you on a towel and you wouldn't even think anything of it. You wouldn't even, wouldn't even cross your mind. No one can pull off a Speedo.
It's true.
Women, one-piece bathing suits can sometimes be rough. Not always. Not always. And I wouldn't call it an ink.
Hang on.
I've seen you.
Okay, can I show you the one that I just bought though? And I'm just going to get your honest reaction on whether or not it's sexy or not.
Okay.
Because I am not someone I'm not at the ideal weight yet. I'm not at that 120 yet. I'm not bikini ready, but I still want to feel nice and at the beach. So this is the one I ordered. Please, God, tell me it's okay.
We got to edit this in. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine on her. It'll be fine on you too. Just get a tan.
Yeah,
just get a tan.
I do need a tan. I do need a tan this summer.
This light's not that bright, and you are very pale.
I am super duper pale.
Your shirt is not as white as your skin.
That's true.
Okay. So bad swimwear. I'm gonna take shit for this one because some people who are close to me in my life have one-piece swimwears too, but they pull it off. I just think one piece when you could be in two. Have some confidence. So that might be a confidence thing.
Maybe, but also I'm not.
No, I'm going BMT. I'm going BMT on bad swimwear.
Yeah, I think so too. We got rude to servers again. We're just gonna get that one out of the way. To me, it's not an ick. It's a deal breaker.
I'm always right attitude. I agree.
So hanging out with Scott.
No.
Hanging out someone who hangs out with Scott McLean.
No, because we can stress test my fucking ideas and I will defend them.
But you don't like the I'm always right attitude? You like someone who can, like, is that an ick to you?
If I just dismissed you without explanation and said I was right, then that's the I'm always right attitude. Right. If I believe I'm right because I can defend my position, that's not I'm always right attitude. And you might be icking me because you're not willing to put in the work. So ick
that's
away.
fair.
But I do understand. I'm always right attitude. I met that chick. She icked me out. I do have an ick. Ask me an ick about the redhead later.
Okay.
Using the word retarded.
Do not go to one of Scott's comedy
don't
shows.
go to my comedy shows. Don't hang out with me private. And oh man, no, that's one of my favorite words.
Unkempt fingernails.
BMT. I mean, like if it's a thing, I get it. But like, I'm a guy.
Like dirty.
Okay,
fingernails?
Sorry. Girl with unkept fingernails. Yes.
Why is it worse for us?
Because like it's like who has that joke? It's like a black guy with dirty shoes.
Okay.
It's like he doesn't fucking give a shit about anything.
Okay.
Because all black guys give a shit about their shoes. So if they don't, it's like a red flag.
Because
this
girls
guy's
do their
fucking
nails
crazy.
a lot.
Yeah. So like you should be cleaning your nails because that's a thing that girls do. Guys, I'm out there fucking swinging wrenches and digging holes. Yeah, sorry, sweetheart. I had to pick you up and pay for your meal. Didn't have time to get under the fingernails.
Yeah, if you want to,
I'm gonna clip him in bed tonight.
if you want a rough and tumble guy, he's probably gonna have dirty fingernails.
Yeah.
Overhand talking. So people who talk with their hands too much. I feel like I'm a hand talker, but I don't know if I overhand talk.
I don't. I get it. I'm trying to picture this.
It would be weird as a woman to overhand talk. I feel like that's a guy thing to over talk with your hands.
Well, no, I think anybody who's doing it, I get it, but that might come back down to the whole well raised, like good childhood. Because like I feel like if you're over talking with your hand, it's because you were just made to feel confident and assured in your...
Or were you starved for attention, so you had to do those things to get attention? Yeah,
we had to get more context on the overhand talking, but I will say 80% of the time, ick.
80% of the time,
I'll give it 10 or 20% because that's math.
Okay, that's fair.
BMT.
I love this next one because it's kind of one of mine too, which is the... I love adventures.
Yeah.
On dating apps. Everything's an adventure and a journey.
You're probably boring.
Yeah.
If you're saying it ironically, fine. But if you're saying that sincerely, you love adventures and you're talking about going to the fucking mall, even if you're talking about climbing a mountain, it's just like if you're a person that climbs a mountain, you don't call it an adventure. If you do, you're doing it for likes and ick adventures.
So I wrote group pictures, but what I mean is like on Tinder when it's just a group picture. Not really an ick, more of like an annoyance. It's more of an annoyance.
BMT.
I put this one in.
You fucking losers.
I put this one in. It's when you're texting with a guy and it's a green.
Yeah, well, as a Samsung owner, or actually I don't even have a Samsung, but as an Android guy whose phone is infinitely better in every fucking way, I'm going to go with you're an idiot, BMT, actually more of a KYS, kill yourself. You're a fucking corporate sheep. You got bought by a meme from Apple, you idiot. You're a loser, green text bubble, ick you, ick blue. Fuck off.
Apple for life.
Yeah. I can't do anything with this thing and nothing's intuitive. Great.
It's, you know what? It's not a total ick for me. It's more of just like a ugh.
Yeah, well, it's a...
Have you ever been in a group conversation with mixed users like Android and Apple?
I don't fucking care. What did they say?
There's not one video or picture that I've received from an Android user that doesn't show up tiny on my phone screen. Get with it, Android.
Get a fucking Android, and if everyone gets Androids, they'll be happier because they'll have more storage capacity and external memory, and they'll be able to torrent download shit.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Android, our new sponsor.
Men who dance.
What?
Men dancing. Dancing men.
I've never...
Oh, Wendy, we got a very visual reaction from Wendy.
Wendy's saying no.
Chime in, put that producer mic on.
I love a good dancer.
Yeah.
Like a salsa dancer, or like, because I don't mind like someone who dances at weddings and stuff.
Well, what the fuck are you talking about, Dan? Where else do you dance?
Well, this was someone else who said it, not me.
People who dance are fun people.
Yeah, they are. This person needs to BMT and get a life. Sorry, your friend, but I'm making a joke, but also you suck. And also, I haven't been icked by my dancing. I've never been icked because of my dancing, but I have almost every time been mistaken as a homosexual. I once was at, what was it, Lion and Bright? Is that a place in the North End of Carlson Gus's?
A
hipster bar.
Okay.
And I was dancing. Oh, I was dancing and my fucking hips move. I'm a big James Brown fan. I can't not move my hips. And I keep good posture when I dance and my hips move a lot. And I started dancing with these two girls and I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it tonight. I was like, they love me. And they were like, do you want to meet our friend? And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And then they introduced me to like Shane. And I was like, hey. And they were like, you're gonna love him. And I'm like, I think I'm sorry. I'm just a good dancer.
Oh my God.
I'm not gay. I dance. I take it as a compliment because gay guys can dance, right? That's a thing. Don't get weird about that. That's just a natural thing gay guys are good at. It's like black people in rhythm.
Not all gay men.
And all right, not all gay men can dance, but most of them can.
Lots can.
So men dancing, no, BMT. BMT.
So I'm going to skip the last two because I'm going to talk about that in mine.
Purposely late fashion.
So this is shout out Riley. Riley gave me this one.
Hold on.
He said someone who is purposely fashionably late because they want the attention when they walk in the room.
Yeah, well, that's a fucking
I've done that.
I mean, all right. Well, ick. I agree with that.
Is that an ick?
But no, there's two. The last two. What the fuck are you talking? Men riding a horse?
Okay.
What is wrong with that?
Okay, we'll get into that.
Oh, he's capable. He can wrangle a steer. Yes. No, that's not an ick. BMT. BMT. What is wrong with you? You're fucking hopeless.
Oh my
and you're
God.
not going to get anywhere. And
Okay.
you're going to get what you deserve in life. A guy who can't ride a fucking horse. And then the last one, men who are scared of bugs. Yeah. Ick. He probably can't ride a fucking horse either. Ick. If you are afraid of bugs, grow up. You're a man.
I'm actually going to get Wendy to play some TikToks.
So these dating icks, or are we just looking at cringy TikToks?
I'm TikToks about X.
Hold on. Can I go into two of my icks? To my icks with the redhead chick?
Oh, yes. Tell us.
Fucking dirty ass apartment covered in dog hair.
Oh.
Like dog hair. Like, you know, somebody who has a dog, like a big dog,
Like
and
a
they just
big
don't fucking
shitty dog.
vacuum.
Yeah.
And it's got that smell.
Yeah.
Not dog smell, not wet dog smell. Whatever smell it is when you have a dog and you just do not fucking clean. Mm-hmm. Ick. And
What about cats? Are the cats better?
Cats. I hate shedding hair, but cats don't have the same smell. Okay, if you don't clean the litter box,
Yeah, ick.
But a dog that you cannot vacuum up after a cat. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's that one chair that the cat always lies on, but you don't have to sit in that chair.
Yeah,
and that cat goes to that chair. The dog, it's
everywhere.
fucking everywhere. Ick.
What about just messy women in general?
Messy women in general? You should be better. It's fucking cute when I do it.
What about am I messy?
No. Well, yeah. You should clean your place.
I should clean my place.
I know it's small, but do better. And what else?
It's
Hold on.
cockroach free now, though.
Here's another one. Fucking talking through the movie.
Oh.
If it's a shitty movie and you're commenting on how shitty it is, fine. The same dog woman, we put on a fucking comedy special.
Ooh.
And she talked through it.
That's not good.
God, ick. Now, see, this is the thing, is that ick is different for a guy. Because I still would have put it in. There's a level of ick.
Wildly different.
Like, I've had icks where I've still followed through. I don't know, because maybe I'll get there. I'll get there. But I haven't, but I've been like, this isn't going to happen again. I'm going to do it once and get out of here because I've already committed this much time.
Oh,
so
I've heard this from multiple guys. The idea of like the sunk cost fallacy of like, well, I'm already here.
Oh,
might as well do it.
Yeah.
Might as well do.
Oh, my God, so many times.
Guys who have gone home with women like after they've kind of found out that they're bigger than their pictures.
Oh,
and then they just go, I gotta do it. I gotta take one for the team and do it.
It's not always bigger, but it could just be you didn't look what I was. I call it charity work. Because I'm doing them a favor, right? At this point, if I'm undeniably higher, and that's not like a confidence thing, because I'm not the hottest guy. I'm a 7, maybe. I'm 7 when I'm working out and I keep my mouth shut. But like, I'm not a 9. I'm not a 10. I'm not an 8. I'm a 6.5 to 7 is what I would give myself. But I've done charity work for some 4s, and
did you get a tax slip?
I didn't. And I feel like I probably deserve one, but you know what? I re-donated it back to society.
You put a woman into the world who's more confident
Yeah,
because a hotter guy banged her.
I filled up her spank bank for the rest of her life.
I mean, that's something.
I'll be her white whale.
Hey, listen. No, you make a great point.
I'm gonna get so much trouble for this.
That's a gift. The spank bank.
Yeah.
Like for
Jesus.
later in life when she like eventually loses her sex drive and she can think back to that.
Yeah, you start getting calluses on your palms.
Yeah. Any more? Is there any more that
She was one of those I'm always right people.
Okay. Man, this is just an icky.
Oh God,
she
was
seems terrible.
so icky. I called up my friend Courtney who picked me up, and I said, or no, maybe I just called her, and I was on the phone. Anyways, it was the first time I've had an ick that I was like, you know what, I'm the fuck out of here. Like I cannot handle you. And I said this too. Like I'm a nice person. I'll be pleasant and find a nice way to let you down, kind, gentlemanly, or whatever. I'll say the fucking lines you're supposed to say. Oh, I'm just not in that place right now. With this chick, I said, "You're just not a good person, and I'm done." And they're like, what is the problem? What are you doing? What do you mean? You're being ridiculous. Come on, honey, have a seat. And I was like,
heard this story before. You told it like,
are you fucking serious? And then I called Courtney afterwards, and I was like, Courtney, you are going to be so proud. She's like, what happened? I was like, I didn't bang her. My dick, I pushed him to the side, and I took the wheel, and I fucking peeled it out of there. Because that's how annoying she was. It wasn't worth it anymore. And that was like a 2 or 3 date time commitment. And I was like, I'm outie. So I felt pretty good about that one. So
attitude.
And dog. It was mostly
attitude,
the dog hair. I would have had dog hair in my taint. It wouldn't have been a good scene. So TikToks.
All right, let's play. Let's play one of these. Let's do the Hannah Burner one. That first one there.
What do women do that give you the ick?
End every word with like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, those aren't words.
Screenshotting everything I say.
Hold on, pause. Again, that's not an ick. That's where are you on the scale? And then it will become an ick. But if you're hot enough, fucking, I'm hungry.
Holy shit!
I can take a lot more. I took 3 dates of smelly dog girl. Is going to turn me off.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not going to introduce her to my parents, but
maybe not. Ooh.
This guy said, scroll it back, I think like 2 seconds. He said, screenshot and
everything.
Fuck you. You're a crazy person. What is wrong with you? This is private.
Yeah.
I would say, ick, away from me. What is wrong with you? Okay, let's go, Wendy.
It's not for the world.
How's she supposed to come up with what she's going to say back?
I'm talking to 17 people instead of talking to one person.
No, if they're like not in the moment, like if they're like checking their phone or not like paying attention to the conversation or that kind of thing.
One time, this girl glued her eyelashes back under her eyes with my toothpaste. And now I'm in love with her.
Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, pause that shit, because that is, ooh. You know why he's there. She's crazy as a fucking bat, but she is gobbling.
Crazy.
She is gobbling. And that's
Too
why
loud.
he's there. Toothpaste? God, sweetheart, God bless you. All right.
Oh, you have that thing where...
Oh, don't do that. Chips, go eat them in another room.
Too
when
loud?
women make it difficult, or anybody for that matter, but somebody that I'm on a date with makes it difficult for the waiter or the server to they have a lot of stipulations.
Yeah.
Sending things back makes me want to die.
Yeah.
If you bring me a plate and I'm allergic to gluten, if the plate has gluten and it comes to me, I'm prepared to die.
Yeah.
Honestly, what gives me an ick is
real?
when a woman doesn't understand her true beauty. No, but seriously, when she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so
Date
ugly,"
rapist.
or "I'm so fat," or "I'm so," it's like, no, you're not.
This is a
like,
date
I'm
rapist.
here, babe. Yeah. Like, I'm here.
That guy is
You
is
won.
there to put something
I
in
don't
your
like it when they
drink.
go to the bathroom in front of me. That's so gross. I hate that.
Yeah,
What?
just doing natural bodily functions is so horrible.
All right,
that
first
away-
of all,
yeah, keep
pause
that away
this. Lady, shut the fuck up. Stop your stupid thing. That's not what he's saying. He just said in front of me.
Right.
Second of all,
What do you think of that?
if you want to pee in front of me, you can do that in the woods. I'm fine with it. Girls don't poop, though.
No, we don't.
Don't try to convince me. I'll never believe it.
Have you ever heard or sensed or like, have you ever seen any of that process in your time?
Look, if you've got the flu, girls poop. Any other day of the week? No.
We hold it in until it hurts.
No, I at least what I always say is you break it down through hypersonic brain waves that are emitted through gossip, and that's why you go to the bathroom in pairs. That's how you break down your waste.
Well, you shouldn't
gossip.
poop in public bathrooms. Gross. Unless you absolutely have to.
I do it all the time, but I always absolutely have to. Yeah, that lady's got to calm down. Shut up. Stop being all defensive.
Hannah.
But yeah, I get it. He's also got to calm down. Peeing in front of you, I mean, it's kind of cute. That shows a level of comfort. But don't fart in front of me.
Oh yeah, no. Don't do that.
I don't.
Do that.
I mean, it happens.
I don't get women who do that. I don't get women who do that.
If it happens in front of me, I will take the blame. Like if we're the only two people in the elevator, I'll apologize. I'll give them. I'll give them an eye. Don't let it happen again.
Oh, you mean if you're in with her and with another person?
With my date, and she farts, I will say excuse me. Because I'm not
giving her the.
I don't buy it.
This. Okay.
I don't buy it. Women don't poop. So
they shouldn't fart.
On that end, I agree. Unless they're sick.
Okay.
And I can let it happen a couple times in the course of a relationship, but it's like, you better fucking apologize.
Oh my dear God. Wowza.
Nah, it happens more frequently nowadays, but I still, it's like, just try to.
I'm very against bathroom doors closed, keep the fucking mystery as long as you fucking can.
I don't care about pee, but
He's it's kind of cute. All right, what else?
Fuck out.
Do it outside.
Nah, I hate women that love people that can spell because I can't spell. So if you love spelling, you don't love me.
This
So
guy's
those
just dumb.
women I don't like.
This is just
Do you
a
meet
dumb
them
person.
Do you like people who can spell?
How do you feel about grammar?
Yelling in public.
Ooh, pause. Ick. If you can't spell.
Oh, if you can't.
If I'm fucking texting you and you say, I can't wait to see you there, THEIR. If you can't differentiate
what
your
if it was
theirs.
a typo?
If it's a typo, I'll know it's a typo.
It might be a typo.
Let's just hope it's not the first time you did it there that it was a typo. I'm
Right.
okay with a typo. But if you're going to know because they're going to say there again and you're going to.
Right.
You're gonna know. If
I don't
you fuck
like
up your
the,
theirs and your yours, oh man.
Or saying sup instead of what's up.
I'm okay with sup. I mean, it'd be weird from a girl.
Or are you, the letter RU rather than writing it out.
I think RU is, I think the
Don't like that.
hyper abbreviation.
It's lazy.
We might be old.
Old.
We're not hitting it with the young kids on this one, but ick that guy for not knowing is theirs or is yours.
Okay. What else? We only got a little bit left of this.
Hitting you in public.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How often has that happened to you?
It happened a week ago.
Ask questions.
What do women
Ask
do?
questions.
Okay, let's close. We can close this one out.
Hold on, but close that. Was he saying it's an ick if they ask questions?
Yeah.
He is an ick.
Yes.
He's a person that can't hold a conversation.
He was probably joking, trying to be funny.
I know, he's trying to be funny. He made a bad joke. Ick. We've already established that.
I love this one.
What's your biggest ick?
Men with children, the 50-50 conversation,
Yeah.
men with no tattoos, Libra men all together.
Hey, what's your biggest ick?
Pause.
Don't shower.
Okay, yeah, people who don't shower. No kidding.
I just love the men all together.
men with no tattoos. That's I would say it'd be easier to say ick is somebody who's too into their tattoos. If you got no tattoos, it's all right.
It's just kind of boring.
I guess you had to develop a personality instead of just talk about paintings on your arm. If you're I've got so many tattoos and it's just all you're into.
Yeah.
As attractive as those tattoos may be, it's a little ick that you're so into.
So into them.
And then men with children, I will agree, that is an ick. I've been icked. I've been icked hard.
When you
I
don't
was
want
dating.
kids, that's
No, it has nothing to do with wanting kids or not. It's just you get icked out.
Some people don't get weirded out by it.
Some people don't, but I'm saying I have personally been icked several times.
Oh, right.
That's the
You're
shitty
fine.
part
You-
about being a father when you're trying to date is you just have to lie all
You still
the
have a
time.
good track record.
If I see you at 11 o'clock and the next day it's like 8 p.m. and you have not changed your clothes, that's disgusting.
Hey, what's your biggest ick?
Or you're fun.
When guys spit on the ground, when they grab your waist, when they like move past you, I just hate it because like why? Like there's no reason. You could just go. Like just don't touch me, please.
Pause.
I do hate that one.
I do it all the time.
The waist touch. I hate it.
I do it. No, it's not the waist. It's the lower back, and I do it
Yeah,
to
or
women,
yeah.
and I do it to men.
Gross.
I'm getting
Stop
by you.
that.
I'm trying to scoot you out of the way.
Don't. Just
Stop
don't
thinking
touch.
that you can go through the world being comfortable all the time. Stop.
Oh, for frig's sakes.
Stop misinterpreting intent. Maybe he was trying to get by. How about an ick? When you stand in the fucking doorway, sweetheart, there's your ick.
Oh my
Move.
God.
I'm grabbing your waist till you learn.
Ick.
Birthday makeup. That's
Wendy's
trash.
eyebrows.
Hey, what's your biggest ick?
When women wear their bonnets in class.
All right, why you say that?
They just don't look good.
Hey, what's your biggest ick?
When they're ashy, because put on your lotion.
Hey, what's your biggest ick?
Bad hygiene. Use some deodorant, okay?
Yeah.
It's $2 at the store.
Hey, what's your
Pause.
biggest ick?
I stopped wearing deodorant for about a year.
Okay.
I didn't know. It's because I did mushrooms and I enjoyed my natural smell and I liked my pheromones. And I didn't know that I was stinking as bad as I did until
How can you not know?
because I can smell me. You can't, but you don't know how far the musk is protruding.
You don't know the
and it was
range.
dietary. Sometimes when I was like eating like fresh fruit and shit like that, maybe I don't know exactly. I didn't track it, but I'd smell like potpourri. I smell really good. When I was on that trip on like 4 grams of mushrooms, I was telling people to smell me, like stick your face in my armpit, and they were like, good goddamn, you smell amazing right now. And it was no deodorant. It was my pheromones coming out of me. So I thought I could do that, well, not on mushrooms. And then some days I did have that nice flowery smell. Sometimes it was awfully garlicky. And probably more than often than not. So I would say, yeah, ick. But, you know, sometimes they might be
not a fan.
experimenting
No,
with
don't
their
like.
pheromone.
Yuck. Let's finish this video and then we'll be done with the TikToks.
People that don't communicate, people that like chocolate ice cream.
Hey, what's your biggest ick?
When a woman's bathroom is completely dirty, it'd be the most prettiest girls that have the most trash bathrooms. Look like a war zone in there.
Hey, what's your biggest
That's
ick?
all women.
Men with children.
Okay, that's
The 50-50 conversation.
All right,
Men
all right.
with no tattoos.
We're
Libra
done.
men.
Libra men. I love
Libra men. Okay,
I
how
love
about-
Libra men
how about
for the record.
A big ick.
Astrology.
If you're big into your fucking astrological sign. If you want to read it and laugh, that's fine. If you're shaping your identity about it, I'm gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna just have to change the subject.
Actually, there's one more.
It's not an ick. I'll change the subject.
There's one more TikTok I want to show you. I posted this on Instagram stories because I identified with this woman so much.
Okay.
This is a ridiculous
Sounds
ick.
like a loser.
What's the craziest thing you got the ick for?
I don't like to see happiness sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just saw a man like smiling, like, you know, after a party when you're popping balloons, and like he was popping the balloon and he was like playing with it before he popped it. And I looked over and I was just like, all the sexual tension leaving the room.
So this is why you're single, I guess.
Yeah. I wasn't with her at
It's
first.
my fault.
What's the craziest thing you got the ick for?
Yeah. So
I wasn't with her at the start.
yeah. Okay.
Because the statement of just witnessing happiness was like,
It's a
all right,
sweeping
well, you're
statement.
gonna die alone.
Yes.
But then when she painted the visual of the guy playing with the balloon before he popped it, I
Yeah.
can see that being pretty fucking icky.
Yes. Right?
Like,
I know.
Now, if you pick
It's
up that
childlike.
yeah, if he's playing with it by himself,
Yeah, it's very, very like young boy, child.
If you're doing the
gross.
volleyball thing, you're playing keep it off the ground with a friend. Okay, have your fun.
So
BMT. But if you're playing with a balloon by yourself, yeah, get away.
So Dan Hendricken had a very similar response to that TikTok that you did. He wrote me and said, I get the whole ick thing, but some of them, it's like, quote, you're going to die alone, quote. And it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. We
for
gotta
real.
lighten the fuck up. All right, so here we go. This is Sarah's icks. This could be like a series.
So hey, beautiful.
It's the hey, beautiful text. And I want to clarify, this is not like long-term relationship. This is like before you're dating someone and you're just talking. Hey, beautiful is disgusting. What do you think of?
I agree.
I think it's cheesy. I think it's fucking trying too hard.
It's trying way too hard.
It's trying way too hard. And I've gotten it a bunch of times, and it was like the start of like what was like more icks with this person, but it instantly made me not excited for the date.
Now,
and we already had a date
hold
scheduled.
on. I would say, hey, beautiful, early on, first text on the fucking dating app.
Gross. No.
That's an ick. But
Big
for you,
ick.
BMT.
Why?
Because you're going to self-sabotage yourself anyway. Maybe you shouldn't do it right yet. Maybe you should give him a chance before. I'm calling you hopeless. And it's fun.
Yes, you are.
I'm just being a dick.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just being an asshole. It's my favorite thing
Well,
to do.
I mean, listen, I will say that there's a lot of things I need to let up on.
Yeah.
But the hey beautiful
Hey,
text,
beautiful's-
that is one that a lot of people agree with me on.
Hey, beautiful. I don't disagree. I think you're right. That's pretty ick.
This was the one that like is very specific with me, and it is when men like baby talk to their pets or their animals. Okay, let me like use an example. Like you have a dog. Do you like do the oh little Chippy, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Do you talk like that to him?
Not with that high pitched register. I grit my teeth. I grit my teeth and I go, who's a little fucking cutie? Look at him. Look at him. He wants me to mush him with my face.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's better. When it's the high pitched like
No, yeah. No.
I instantly
You can't.
fucking
I mean,
hate
if
that.
it's who's a good boy? Oh my God, you're a good boy. If you're growling,
If you're
if you've got a
excited-
deep
'cause-
register,
Because you got to be excited to see your pets.
yeah.
And
Girls
I
baby
love
talk.
an animal lover.
Girl baby talk your dog all day. That's fine.
yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
But a guy that would to do that, I mean, I imagine he would be upset about women who can't walk in heels.
Right. I still want to ask that follower what she meant by guys who baby talk when they eat.
We got to figure that out. We got to do a errata or whatever, a callback to this part 2.
I just wrote men who get lost. Like when a guy looks confused as to where he's going.
Hold on.
It makes me, I don't know why. Because even if you are lost, you need to look like you're not.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, okay.
I'd BMT because it depends if he's dependent upon his GPS.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
So-
if your GPS is going to abandon you and fuck you
So
over.
I mean, like, kind of when you're out walking.
If he looks lost,
Say you're like out, like in like Italy or something, walking around.
are you from Italy?
No, but you should know where you're
Have you ever
going.
been with a guy? in Italy?
Guys should know where they're going.
Hold on, these are your icks.
I know.
You have
It's
not
just-
dated an
it's-
Italian man.
It's a weird ick. I know.
I get it. No,
It's
I
a
think
weird-
I think it's men who get lost. That has to tie into like men who are completely devoid of handiness in any capacity.
Yeah. But
right?
also, this is what I will say that I didn't write this one down.
Which
this
is
was
almost me.
a highly common one amongst women. And Whitney Cummings went on record to say
is this
this happened to her and she literally broke up with the person. When guys fall down. With women, it's a very common ick. When you fall. She saw a guy fall and she broke up with him. She was like, he is not for me.
Wait,
he fell.
When did he fall? Like, where did he fall?
Well, I don't know the context of the fall, but
So he wasn't.
This is-
Okay, sorry.
Whitney Cummings
If
said
it's
this.
drunk, it's endearing. It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause as long as it's not like he keeps falling down.
But just to just like be walking in the default.
Yeah. Like if you're Joe Biden, ick. Like if you're, I get that. Ick Joe Biden for falling so many times.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like,
fuck.
have you ever just fallen? Like,
Well, see, I've dislocated my knee and
Like, I
fucking
don't-
ate shit.
I don't
hard.
necessarily mean like tripping over something, but like, sometimes like when you're walking and you just forget how to walk and you fall.
No, so yeah, I'm gonna go ick. And also, you're probably insensitive because they probably have some kind of inner ear thing going on.
Okay. And then I did write men riding horses.
Yeah, I
it
don't
just
get
looks,
it. What the fuck are you talking about?
It just, okay, now listen, if we're in the medieval times and you are on that horse and you're like charging and you're gonna go into battle to fight for me.
These are your icks. You're not living in medieval times.
I'm in Game of Thrones and I'm gonna go defend the kingdom. That's different. But like if you're
When
like
have you
if
had
you're on a
the
trail
chance to ick this?
if you're on a trail ride with someone, I just saw a TikTok of a guy riding a horse and it did not sit
Okay,
right with
maybe
me.
that guy riding the horse, but you put a fucking handsome stud in a fucking plaid shirt.
I think the horse.
Who knows what
you know
he's
what
doing?
I think it is? I think the horse needs to be running or something.
No, I think you need to look at a different guy. I think a guy on a horse is. I am a straight man, and I can see a guy on a horse being incredibly sexy.
No, I disagree. It's
Wendy?
so feminine. I don't know why.
No, it's not. It's only feminine if you're doing it in a feminine manner. Okay, are we talking about the jump
trail
riders?
a trail ride.
Is he wearing a cowboy hat and does he have nice triceps and forearms? Like, is he built? Hold on.
No, I don't think it matters.
No,
I don't think it matters.
No.
I don't think it
Brad
matters.
Pitt, young Brad Pitt on a horse.
When was the last time you saw a man on a horse in real life?
Oh, I mean,
Who are you talking to?
to me.
Yeah, Sarah's
Not-
wrong.
I saw it
Sarah's
on
wrong.
TikTok.
BMT.
TikTok is not real life, I guess.
BMT for sure.
It's weird to me. I don't like the feeling of it. I don't know why.
I mean,
I also wrote overly happy men. Yeah, I like a cranky guy.
well,
Like, let's be honest with
good luck with that long term.
I like a cranky guy. I don't like
If
like
overly
over,
happy is naive,
like
sure.
toxically positive, I guess is what I mean. I don't like that.
I
Seize the day. Let's go. Yay.
yeah. What a terrible thing to have to deal with someone who's happy, positive, motivated. I want to agree with you on this, but like a capital BMT, especially for you, you could use a positive influence.
I probably could.
Someone who has a nice perspective.
The voice thing is a big one.
Rural
because
country accent.
I wrote rural country accent. So
You're in Nova Scotia. You can be in the city and you'll still get that.
maybe it's that I just don't like country guys. And maybe that could be it.
Well, this is why you're unhappy. Because you don't like the guys that can take care of you. You like fucking. You like your fucking
true
soy
silence.
boys and your what do you call them? Simps. You're like a loser guy. You gotta get
Simps.
Nah, rural country accent. That's fucking bullshit. No,
I'm not. It icks me out.
BMT,
Okay, but
BMT, because there's a guy out there with that accent who you
but
fucking love.
Also, men with higher pitched voices.
Higher pitch, sure, yeah.
A bad
Get outta
voice.
here. Get outta here.
A bad voice can really fuck things up.
Yeah, I think that's just annoying voice. I think you should summarize that with annoying voice, not rural accent, because I know there's a fucking
We going down to the car.
there's like a what's his name? What was that movie with Lady Gaga? I'm on the deep end.
A Star Is Born.
A Star Is Born. You take Bradley Cooper and A Star Is Born with that accent, and you're gonna say no?
Like, let's just clarify with all of these icks. If you are very hot, you can override a lot of these.
Okay.
And I admit that, and I think that's the case for women too.
So it's not the accent; it's that you're shallow.
Well, I think you are. I think we all are.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to hurt your feelings.
We all are. Okay, I have two more. Over texting before dates. So
Over texting before
the
dates.
constant check-ins on how's your day going. An hour later, how's your day going now? How's your day going?
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Too much texting.
BMT. Most of that's too general to say over texting.
You supported me on this. when I was going
I
through it.
supported you if it's just, hey, what's up? What's up now? Like if also ick to you for not engaging that man in the conversation.
We had
Now,
a
if
date
you said-
scheduled. He needed to save the fucking conversations for the date. There's no need to fucking be talking
Yeah, but BMT.
all day
BMT.
during the work day.
BMT, he's nervous.
Work day.
He's just
No.
checking in. He's just seeing how you are.
Wendy, I need your thoughts.
I
A guy who
get it.
overtexts before the date.
I like a person checking up on me personally.
Fuck
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, see BMT, man.
This is proof that I have graduated my anxious attachment. I'm actually way more avoidant now.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. I saved one of the best one for last.
Looking what?
When he looks up when going down on you. Gross. Don't you dare do that ever.
First of all, close your fucking eyes. Close your eyes and you look up. I need to check in to see if I am doing it right.
Okay.
You maybe you need to stop looking down at me like my fucking teacher.
So I'm the problem.
Judging
Stop
my
saying
fucking
me,
work.
it's weird.
All right. You in general had to stop looking down at him,
Okay.
judging him
I will admit
with your triple
I am,
chin
I'm
and start looking up.
I'm part of the problem. I see your point.
No, I get what you're
I think you
get
should
what
be,
you're saying.
I think you should be able to tell even without looking up. You should be able to get a sense of
Okay.
movements and noises and
BMT. Okay. A vagina is not a penis. You can't just flick it anywhere and it works.
it's fair.
They all come in different shapes and sizes. Sometimes you have to flick it. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes if you flick it, you ruin it. Sometimes you need to do all kind. You're down there trying to figure out a fucking Rubik's Cube, a biological Rubik's Cube that's never solved the same. There's not like a fucking strategy every time. There's some tried and true methods
Yeah.
on average.
Yeah.
But I got to see what I'm doing makes that concerned look in your eyebrows while you're looking up. So stop looking down at me. I can just picture you sitting there with your arms crossed, just like.
Maybe I should add. Maybe it's because I feel like it shows a lack of confidence. I like a guy who's focused on his work.
But what are you doing looking at him, weirdo? Close your eyes and look up. You can do a quick glance.
Yeah, no.
But you should be closing your eyes and getting into the moment.
And I should add as well, I fucking hate it. I don't like when it happens. Maybe I should just avoid it entirely. You know?
Jesus,
like
I don't think so. I think more of it in your life would be a good thing for you.
Jesus Christ.
I think you should close your eyes and get licked.
Ew. Okay.
And no ick.
We're
Did
done
we just
with
cap
the
it?
icks.
Did we just cap the? Was that the fucking
Lick and no ick.
lick it? Don't ick it.
Lick it,
And,
don't ick it. Final thoughts. Okay, question to you. Do you think I think you've BMT'd most of these icks we went over today.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think the idea of getting the ick is BMT? Should it just not be a thing? What
You should
why is
look
it
for
even a
what's-
thing?
You should look for what's. You should look for good qualities, not bad. I think people are too quick to ick.
Oh yeah, I actually kind of agree, and I'm
People
one of them.
No, 100%
I'm one
are
of
too
them.
quick to ick. We're in this fucking world of instant gratification where we need to have everything perfect. it's not perfect, so ick. And it's like,
Right.
well, you're not perfect either, you icky fucking loser. So stop being so quick to ick. I do not, like, again, be more like men is what really the thing is here, is you should take the icks and still try to fuck them. Because you got to BMT. You got to take that ick.
Life's short.
And say, there might be something good that could happen here. If I can get past these icks, maybe
push through the ick.
Maybe I'm icking too quick, and I might get a lot of whatever the antithesis of ick is. What's the
Someone
opposite
might
of ick? That makes me uncomfortable.
But you might be surprised. Someone might surprise you if you give
Those
them a chance.
icks might be something you can tolerate, something you can BMT if you get past the ick. So that
Push
would be my
through
cap.
the. I would totally agree, actually, and this is coming from someone who does ick quite a bit.
I have to call back though, because there were some icks that I needed to defend.
Oh.
One was blowing your nose in the shower.
Oh, right. Okay.
And or shooting snot rockets in the shower, which I do. I
don't see anything wrong with that.
I'm going to piss it down the drain anyway. So what's the problem?
People pee in the shower all the time.
Yeah, and I do the snot rocket and then I pee it away. So you never even see it. All you do is you hear it. But I understand that sounds disgusting.
No, girls do a similar thing when they're in their period.
Girls don't poop.
When they're on their period.
Girls don't do things gross. Nah, that's fine. We don't have to talk about that. You could do that on our fucking Intoxicated. We're not talking about periods here. Wendy's getting all indignant. Not on my show.
Okay. What other ones are you defending?
Clearing your throat.
I don't. If that's an ick, you're BMT.
Oh, you hear that?
BMT.
You hear that? It's BMT.
That's too harsh. Everyone
now,
clears their throat. I did it like 4 times during this podcast.
Hold on. What if you're up at 5 a.m. every day?
What do you mean?
And into a cold shower within a minute of waking up. And this is your partner, and you're lying in bed, and you had to hear the alarm go off, and you had to hear them go into the shower, and then you just keep hearing.
Oh, so this is someone you do this, and,
This is me.
and Lauren's annoyed by it.
Yeah, because every day I sympathize. Yes, I get it.
It would be annoying, but I don't think it's. I mean, what is that noise? Are you jerking?
No, it's me trying to clear my fucking throat.
Yeah.
I have phlegm. It's the dad noise.
But where else? I mean, I guess you could like go into another room, but like
I am in another
but
room.
the
I'm in the shower.
The shower's a great place to do it because you hawk that stuff up and you spit it down the drain.
This is the thing. I can't even hawk it up. I'm trying to hawk it up, and the reason why it shouldn't be an ick, the reason why you should BMT, is because I don't want to be doing this shit. I don't want to be going. I'm not enjoying clearing my throat.
I hate it.
And it's not involuntary, but I want to. I don't know. I want to be able to breathe.
Yeah, breathing's.
So maybe you should BMT.
Yeah,
okay,
I would agree. I would agree.
Your shitty poetry.
Mine? I don't write poems.
No, but if you did, and it was shitty.
Oh, okay.
That's be an ick.
Well, I think just the idea of writing poems is kind of icky.
We have being too nice. That was done.
But also BMT because you don't have to read them. Let the bitch write some poems.
This one kind of no. You're on a date with a guy.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, "Let me read you my poem."
Oh, ick.
And his poem sucks.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, if it's a good poem,
this could also be.
Then maybe you need to BMT. But it's probably if he's like, "I would like to read you my poetry." One, he's probably putting something in your drink, and two, it's probably pretty icky. But if he's good poetry,
Yeah, that's tough. It's kind of like when a guy takes out an acoustic guitar and wants to play a song for you.
easy,
Kind of similar.
Easy. Back the fuck up, because you're talking about me right now. If he sucks at it,
I feel
if
like
he sucks at it, if it's a good song, it's gonna.
I feel like you need to have confidence in the guitar. Like if I've seen this person play live at shows, or if I've seen like a video of them playing, that's different. If I know they're good, yeah, let's bring it out. But
what
like,
if you don't
I'm talking about the
and then they
shitty
turn
guy
out
at
to
a
be good?
party. The shitty guy at a
But
party.
that's
who
me.
sucks.
If your party sucks, Wendy, grab the banjo. We're getting the fuck out of here. Grab the accordion. We're going.
Panicked Wendy.
Wendy's from Newfoundland. She's from Kitchen Party Goddamn Central. So is that an ick?
Oh God, no.
No, it's not an ick. You need
I'm
a BMT.
I'm saying that
that's
it's a common ick girls feel.
No, it's a fucking it's when you suck. That's
When you
from
suck.
National Lampoon. That was the Blues Brothers or whatever. Like
Okay.
I
All right, we gotta wrap
get
it. We gotta wrap it. Okay, what else? Anything else to find there?
one was getting overly mad or sad about everything.
Ugh. Listen to all the other self-improvement podcasts we've done. We don't need to get into that now.
Yeah, but someone who's like, you canceled and they're like the plant. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. Holy shit. Like you sincere. It's like the first thing, first date. And you're like, hey, I'm sorry. I have to reschedule. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah, overreacting.
Yeah. it's like-
overreacting.
Or being like, oh, geez, I'm real sad. I was really hoping we'd see each other.
Yeah, you need
I'm
to
real
feel
upset.
those things in private and just say, cool.
Yeah, cool. So I get that one.
See you next time.
And then wanting to spend too much time with you.
Okay.
So
the
example I was given was somebody was on a vacation, and then, and I've heard this a couple times from some friends, was that the person that they just kind of started talking to, maybe went on a date or two, and they were like wanting to pick them up right from the airport. Or like
That's kind of icky.
Like it's like, all right, like
Calm
come
down.
on. Dial it back.
Calm it the fuck down.
Now
That's clingy.
I have done that. Like I've been the guy that like wants to hang out with you right away when you get back, but I knew it was mutual when it occurred. Right? It was like, let's hang out right away.
Yeah.
I like spending time with you, so let's spend time. But if it's like super early, it can be an ick. It can definitely be an ick.
Oh, big time. The over clinginess. I've been guilty of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be a stage 5 clinger.
Don't be a stage 5 clinger. Fuck, Sarah. And don't be a stage 5 icker.
Oh.
Tied it up. There's the fucking bow.
That's it, guys.
That's episode whatever this one is.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Thank you for listening.
This was a really fun one, and we got lots of audience engagement with this one. It was really fun. Maybe we'll return to Icks another time.
We'll definitely have to do a part 2 ick. I want to hear what you guys think about the icks. I want to hear
my ick specifically, and Scott's defense of his ex.
And I want to find out what this fucking baby food voice is.
We need to find out what's going on with that.
That is fucked up.
I will follow up.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you for listening.
We'll tune in next time.
Tune in next time. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.